What's up, Soul Family? Coming at you with another collective reading. If you've been looking for messages from your angels, ancestors, or spirit guides, then I could have a message for you. Even if there's something unconventional, like something like a fictional character from another universe. I think we can draw inspiration from all aspects of creation. If you're interested in a one-on-one reading, the first one's going to be $20. It'll be for 20 minutes, and then you can ask whatever question you want, or I could pull and we see what comes out. If it doesn't resonate, then I'll simply refund you. You can do so by using the link in the bio or by directly messaging me. Alright, so let's start the tea leaves. Let's grab like 2 or 3. Try not to hijack the reading. So we have Weeping Willow with Family Sorrow. We have Career. And then we have August. Oh, I mean, it is the month of August, so maybe something's going to happen this month. Maybe you're going through some family drama, which, I mean, hey, everybody got to go through it sometimes, I suppose. Or maybe there's been like a loss in the family, or maybe there's just been like a really difficult time that your family's been going through in general. Okay, cool. So maybe you're feeling like you have been having to support yourself or kind of like be independent or kind of be like self-made. So maybe you're somebody who is not really supported by your family and you've been kind of forced to be the one to stand on your own. So the Nine of Pentacles pops up many times like when we are being independent, but sometimes that independence can kind of come almost at a cost. Like it's not always exactly fun having to be the one in that energy. But let's see what's coming in August. I'm guessing it has to be related to your career or money or finances in general. And career could even be if you're like doing a business or if you're an entrepreneur or if you provide services. Anything along those lines is still, you know, your career. So let's see what's coming this month. Okay, the Queen of Cups and Temperance. So I feel like there's definitely the need to keep your cool to the best of your ability. It's like hold your emotions. Like, and again, we're human. There's only so much that you could really do. I'm never going to be like one of those love and light people and just stay high vibration to manifest, because you can manifest in any state. It's all about your assumptions and your beliefs. But I think that when we're going through difficult things, the easiest way to get out of these situations is by being able to maintain and manage how we respond and manage like our emotions to the best of our ability. And it's, again, not to say that you have to do that to manifest, but it does sometimes make it a little bit easier for things to pop into your experience. And even just if it's just for the sake of you not having to be in a negative mood because you should already, not should already, but you know that you are already covered by what the universe is, or by your higher self, or by whatever your guides or ancestors or deities are. Many times the more we're able to kind of calm down and not really worry about things, the energy of what we're trying to bring in comes in easier. So maybe this is like you've been working on something and maybe you've already been patient, and maybe August there's going to be notable momentum or notable changes within like whatever experience that you're going through. Grab, a couple fell. So then, funny enough, we have the Two of Wands with the Three of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Hierophant. So this is giving me the energy of if it's not broke, don't fix it. And if you have a method and an intention, then keep working towards it. So when the Two of Wands and Three of Wands also comes out together, it makes me kind of feel like it's the energy of trial and error. It's kind of like you doing something, then modifying it, or doing something, and then, you know, it's like still holding an intention, looking forward, and still like changing what you're doing as you're doing it. So it's like perfecting as you go, so to speak. So you're still like embarking on expanding and doing what your goals are, but you're still also like holding visions. You're holding the vision. You're still trying to keep your mind on the prize and keep yourself in alignment with like what your goal is. So it's kind of like sometimes we have the phase of trying to figure and visualize like how to accomplish our goals or do what we need to do. And I think there are times where we have to act, and maybe it's a balancing act between both of them. And then with the Ace of Pentacles, I'd like to think that something's coming in, some kind of opportunity is coming in within August for you. So who knows what it is? And many times I don't ever like to be the person to say something, because the universe has a very interesting way of surprising us. Whenever we have expectations, sometimes that can almost diminish the avenues in which we are about to receive manifestation, versus like when we are open to receiving something that's in alignment with what we want. But it could come in a different way, or even in a better way than we might have initially anticipated. And then at the Hierophant, it makes me feel like this is the energy of if it's not broke, don't fix it. So it's like, yeah, with the Two of Wands and Three of Wands, you're going to be like modifying and changing and stuff like that. But whenever I think about like, it's like I think about Pokemon, for instance, or even Call of Duty. Those games are pretty much the exact same every single iteration, but they just fine-tune them and then add something new every time. So maybe it's the energy of you already have something that's tried and true and that works consistently at the Hierophant, and you're being called to, as you continue to expand, just fine tune this, fine tune that, change those little minor things that give whatever you are creating that variation or that difference to make it something that is kind of breathing and growing with you versus something that is like repetitive and kind of stagnant. And then on the bottom of the deck, oh, sorry, Nine of Pentacles, grabbed that on accident. So yeah, maybe there is, so maybe the opportunity is not something that you are aware of yet. Maybe there's a little bit of confusion around like the path that you're on and how you're navigating through it. And whenever the Two of Swords comes up, my response to it is always do your best to use your intuition to navigate through what you're navigating through. Sometimes, like by comparison to the Eight of Wands, Eight of Swords, the Eight of Swords many times insinuates that we have the ability to kind of navigate through what we're dealing with. Is just a matter of sometimes our perspective or us feeling disempowered. Whereas the Two of Swords points towards there may be being genuine confusion or a lack of knowing how to move forward and uncertainty as far as like what is coming next. So I'd like to say that maybe your next best step is just the next step and just taking it just like that, step by step, and trying to resolve whatever issue there is doing that versus looking at the entire picture and being overwhelmed. Sometimes as we are moving forward and we're simply taking the next step and taking the next step and taking the next step, then it allows the solution to just pop into our experience. And it's not necessarily that anything's trying to necessarily keep. Sometimes we are kept in the dark for one reason or another. That's, I'd like to believe, far and few between. But many times it's because of the fact that we have free will and our energy is ever changing and shifting and molding, and what we might get might not be what we're expecting, even by the time a prediction's set or made. So I think a lot of it's a matter of us simply being open to receiving multiple different what could be solutions to a problem, because the solution to a problem can come in very unconventional ways, especially when you're not trying to force it to come in one specific way. But that being said, peace and blessings. I hope you guys have an amazing night, and I'll catch you in the next reading.